guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the English version of the star. I got so many views from the UK and from the UAE and from Saudi Arabia. They probably wanted to know what am I even drawing in that video. So it was this video and I got so many views from there, and as so many people wanted to know what I actually saw, so in 2011 I used to see this entity which I called the star. Metric is a system in Pakistan where you have board exams every year, especially from 8 to metric. Metric is basically the 9th and 10th grade in Pakistan. A board exam is when you get a center, a specific center where you have to go and give the exam. Like every time there is a different center, like different school, you have to go there and give the exam. So I was having 8th board exams. So what happened that my center was really creepy and there were like not so many people in there. Everyone was giving the exam, so my habit was that I usually submit my exam before anyone does. I don't know if it's a lack of study or I don't know anything, but I usually write really fast. So what I did that day, and there was this unique place where when I got free, I got out of the hallway of that school and I was walking around the school, like backside of the school, where there was like no one except one guard, and I was waiting for my parents to take me home. But that day they got late. Like I think there was something going on in the country. It got unusually late. I was waiting for them and I was walking. So that guard went away from that side to the front side, and at that time I got alone and I was standing alone and walking, and when out of nowhere there was this little girl that came in front of me and was like smiling at me like this. And I was like, she was really short and she was just looking at me and she was gonna ask me, like she's gonna ask me something. I was looking at her that maybe she has to say something or ask for something, or maybe she studies in this school. So she goes, "Can you come with me to the washroom? I am really scared." And I was like, okay, I will stand outside the washroom so you can go and come, right? So I got really creeped out by the way she said it to me. Like she requested me to come to the washroom and she just came out of nowhere. But I went with her. So there was this place in that school where the washroom was. That wasn't a normal washroom. That was like this, as I have shown in the previous video that I made in Urdu. This was what it looked like the lockers. The washroom looked like the lockers, and there were just 2 washrooms and there was this stairway going on, and it was really creepy. It was like abandoned. It looked like it was abandoned, as I have never went to that school before. It was my first time there, and it was really creepy and it was really weird just standing there and waiting for that girl to come out. And she said this, "Wait for me here." She specifically told me to wait for her, and I waited. I was looking around the school and it was really, it was really empty. No one was out of the hall. I think I completed my exam too early than most of the students, or they went home from the front side. I was in the back side because I wanted to take some pictures of myself. I had the cell phone. So some board centers allowed the cell phone, but some didn't. So I usually sneakily put my cell phone in the bag and hid it, and always took it out when I had to take pictures and where no one was there, so I don't get caught by the teachers. Since that happened, I was waiting for that girl to come out, but she never did. It had been 10 minutes and she never came out. I heard some footsteps, like running steps, from my back, and when I looked at it, there was that girl going out of the school from a way she couldn't even pass that. It was a grill. It was a really sharp grill. If you would have passed through it, it would have been stabbed in your. And when I saw that, I was really creeped out. And then my school started again, and there was this really creepy things going on inside our house where no one noticed, but only I did, and no one did really believe me. So there's the fact that whenever demons or jinns come into a house and haunt it, they usually fool everyone into believing that the person that is seeing them is fooling everyone. So it's hard to believe the person. So they stay hidden. And so what happened after that, I usually started to see some things, started to feel some things. And one day I was laying in the bed. I was going to have a nap after school, after coming from school. Like, I have a habit that I keep my eyes open like this till I don't sleep. I was looking at a distance. I was looking at the door of my room, and I was like this. Like the eyes will be automatically closed if I got sleepy. There I saw a black shadow. Just door opened, and a short black shadow just kept getting longer. When the shadow came inside the room, it started getting smaller in height, and it started getting so smaller that it like went like this and went inside, like under the bed. I was like, oh shit, did I just see that? And I just got up. I got up and checked under the bed, and there was no one. And at that time I thought that maybe it's just my hallucination or something. I never got hallucinations, by the way. So what I do then, I stand up and I ask my family that was it someone from the house, and they say that no one was there. And I got creeped out, but I ignored it as it happened for the first time. So for the second time, after that day, after some days, I think I didn't have school that day. So it was like pretty much a holiday, and I was sleeping like late. I usually woke up at 11 a.m. at that time. So I just woke up and I heard, like, I was half asleep. I wasn't like this. I was like, okay, what is happening? I was like half asleep, and in that half sleep I heard footsteps, like clear footsteps of running, like someone ran really fast. And I looked behind and I saw a short shadow, that same short shadow, and it went into the washroom, like opened the door and opened the lights. And I was like, who is that? Even if it was the maid, she would have been, you know, a bit softer, a bit gentle, not like and she just ran. Like, I saw him. I saw it. I saw clearly that a short-heighted shape just went into there. And I just heard footsteps. And when I woke up properly, like I got into my senses, I got conscious, and I suddenly got out of bed, and I quickly saw, and the door was closed and the lights were off and nothing happened. And I started to get the creeps that maybe it is all true, it is happening. But what was not believable, that how does everything get better? And why is everything happening when I'm half asleep or not in my proper senses? I got really sick one day. I was like having a fever that night. And I was sitting with my mom on the bed. And so we were in that same room where the star, where I saw the entity, the short-heighted entity. So when that happened, after some days when I was sick, and I was looking at a distance, and I was fully awake at that time. Even if I was sick, I was fully awake. I was looking at a distance, and my mom was just, you know, she was half awake and she was like this. So when I was looking at the room, the other room from that room, I saw someone sitting, and I couldn't see properly at first because the lights were off. And I saw it in this room. I saw it from that room. I saw it in this room. And I looked at it, and I was like, I was trying to make an image out of it. And I looked carefully when I saw a star-shaped, a weird entity that was like star-shaped, and it was looking at me. Like, it had chains. Like, a star shape is like this, right? So it had fingers, like fingers instead of those, you know, what are those, tentacles? Whatever they are, like this, like in this thing, he got fingers. I was really scared. I was really disgusted. I don't know, I had never seen that before, and it was all really new for me. And I was really creeped out about it, that why is he looking at me? And he was smiling. He didn't have any eyes. He had broken teeth, and he was smiling at me like this. Okay, I scared myself. He wore chains around his wrists, and it was like really long chain, and he wore a golden chain around its neck, which was really heavy. And whenever he walked, I could hear sound of chains being dragged, and it was really scary. And whenever I saw him, I usually got sick or had the best moment of my life. There was no in between. I was in school. I remember I was in school. I was sitting with my friend, I had my head down on the table, and I was just resting my head. And there was this one day, one of those days when a principal comes and checks up on us. Those days, like the teachers are being extra nice that day with sunlight, and out of nowhere it just got really dark when someone snatched away my book, and it was like someone snatched it away from like front, and there was no one sitting in front of me. It just fell out of it. It just fell out of the table. And I looked at my friend and I asked her that, did you do it? She was like, I had my head down with you. And I ignored it for a second. And when I looked outside the classroom, there was this hallway. It was mostly empty. And I saw him again in the school. I saw the star, and it was waving at me, and it was smiling at me again. And it was really creepy. And that moment when I saw it, I asked my friend, do you see it? Do you see it too? And she said that she couldn't see it. I got really less scared when the principal said that, did you hear someone running in the hallway? And she specially checked out the hallway. That meant that I wasn't alone to feel that entity. She felt it too. So then what happened? Incidents like this happened a lot. But one day, when everyone got tired of me getting scared, I went, my mom took me to an exorcist, which was in a relative. What he did was recite some verses and gave me a thing to keep it with me. And so I got less scared. And after that, I never saw him again until 2014. So what happened in 2014? My sister was sick. We usually slept together in one room at that time, in 2011 to 2014. But what happened? I had to change my room in 2014 because of a family member getting sick, because it was just, emergency. So I had to change the room. So I shifted my room from there to here, where I am right now. So I was trying to sleep. I can't sleep alone. I cannot. Someone should be with me. That's why I don't sleep at night. I sleep mostly when everyone's awake. Sorry. So what happened that night? I was trying to sleep and I was alone in my room, and the lights were out because one light was broken, and there was this one small light, and it was really dark. I hate darkness. I don't like it. And I was trying to sleep, and I was looking at, there is a dining table like right in front of me. If you open the door of this room, and there's a dining table in front of me. So under that dining table, I was continuously staring at it until I fell asleep. Those moments when you are alone, when you are seeing in the darkness, your head starts to make shapes which are not even there. But I was seeing everything. I was seeing everything in front of me, and I tried to blink. I tried to ignore everything, that maybe whatever I'm seeing, it's not true. I saw one of my family members praying, and I was like, oh, what is it? It's not even prayer time. And I saw it. I saw him, and whenever I blinked, it turned into a clown. I am terrified of clowns. I hate clowns. I don't know what's funny in them. I don't know. I am even scared of McDonald's clown. I usually not go there inside, because whenever I see that clown, no, it's not good for my health. So what I saw is the clown. God, I got goosebumps. That clown had his head down, like he was doing this, okay? So what he did this in front of me. Oh God, I was dead that time. And I just, I opened my eyes properly and I could see him, but I didn't get up. And I was so scared, I just got frozen in, just kept laying there. Just kill me if you want. So I was waiting for something, and when I blinked twice or thrice, and then I saw the star. That same star was looking at me, smiling, and I was like, oh shoot, he's back. And I got up, I ran to the other room with my family, and I told them, and they were worried. They got worried, but I never saw him again after that. It was just a one-time thing in 2014. But that is really a highlight. So I hope you guys understood the story, and follow me for more stories if you want me to talk in English for my foreign viewers. So I appreciate your love that you gave me on TikTok. Subscribe and comment and give me some love. Okay, bye.